This episode, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media, is available without commercials. Just look for the banner on your Apple Podcast app to subscribe and try it free for a month.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Richard Eden in the Daily Mail reveals, my first inkling that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex may have trouble holding on to staff came back in 2018 when I received a tip that Meghan's personal assistant, Melissa Tubati, had quit suddenly just 6 months after the American actress had married into the royal family. It's a real shock, a source told me at the time. Why would she want to leave such a prestigious job so soon? Officials usually decline to discuss staffing matters, so it took me aback when a senior palace source chose to pay tribute to her publicly. Melissa is a hugely talented person, the source said. She played a pivotal role in the success of the royal wedding and will be missed by everyone in the royal household. The fact that she left so soon raised questions over the reasons for her exit. Indeed, it later emerged that Jason Nauf, the couple's communications secretary, had written to Simon Case, Prince William's private secretary, in 2018 to say, "I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully two PAs out of the household in the past year. The treatment of X was totally unacceptable." He added, "The Duchess seems intent on having someone in her sights. She is bullying Y and seeking to undermine her confidence. We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior towards Y." Melissa's exit proved to be the first of many departures from Prince Harry and Meghan's staff in the years that followed. While a spokesman for the Sussexes declined to comment on Chief of Staff Josh Kettler's recent departure, an anonymous source subsequently briefed People magazine, a title that has been used to put across their point of view many times in the past, that Kettler had been hired on a trial basis. The source claimed that the decision to part ways was mutual, with both sides agreeing it wasn't the right fit. I'm old enough to remember when Harry and Meghan declared that they wouldn't indulge in anonymous briefings, which they suggested were the sort of sinister palace methods that would have no place in their modern household. How times change. A source tells me Josh soon realized that the job wasn't for him. There were aspects of it that he wasn't comfortable with. He thought it was better to leave now than to continue in a job that he did not enjoy. The source is too diplomatic to spell it out, but was it the case that the chief of staff discovered that there was only one chief in the Montecito household, and it wasn't him? The Daily Mail reported that eco-activists from Extinction Rebellion are reportedly planning to storm Windsor Castle in a 3-day protest, aiming to break into private royal grounds. According to a report seen by Mail Online, the group intends to create a diversion on the Long Walk, allowing members to breach the castle's security. The protest, scheduled from August 30th to September 1st, includes plans to disrupt Windsor Town Centre by targeting hotels, restaurants and blocking roads. Despite their claims of non-violence, the group aims to stage a mass occupation outside Windsor Castle to protest against the monarchy, which they describe as the embodiment of a broken and unjust system. Interestingly, King Charles, a longtime environmental advocate, will not be at Windsor during the protest, as he will be spending the summer holiday at Balmoral in Scotland. Prince William, who also lives on the Windsor estate, is known for his environmental efforts, including the £50 million Earthshot Prize aimed at finding solutions to save the planet. Extinction Rebellion insists that the protest, dubbed Upgrade Democracy, is not a direct attack on the king, but rather a call for greater action on climate and ecological issues, including a demand for a citizens' assembly on climate and ecological justice. However, it is noted that Windsor Great Park, the site of the planned protest, has been practicing sustainable land use for centuries. The security implications of this planned action are significant, as a leading security firm revealed. It has infiltrated the group's discussions and assessed the potential risks. Hopefully the Raven Master can protect us all. King Charles II, not this guy, he's the third, King Charles II, who ruled from 1660 to 1685, is often credited with the tradition of protecting the ravens at the Tower of London, a practice steeped in legend. According to an ancient prophecy, the tower and the kingdom would fall if the ravens ever left the fortress. To safeguard against this, Charles II ordered then at least 6 ravens must always be kept at the tower, a rule that has been strictly followed ever since. The current Raven Master, Michael Barney Chandler, a former Royal Marine, took on this solemn role in March and is only the sixth person to do so since the position was formalized in the late 1960s. Chandler's duties include feeding, monitoring, and ensuring the well-being of the tower's ravens, who are known for their intelligence and distinct personalities. There are currently 7 ravens at the tower, one more than the required 6 to prevent disaster, including one named Rex, in honor of King Charles III. Despite being allowed to roam freely during the day, the ravens are somewhat grounded by having their feathers shortened to prevent them from flying too high. Ravens at the tower typically live up to 20 years, far longer than their wild counterparts, with some even living well beyond that, such as the oldest raven who lived to 44. These mischievous birds have become an integral part of the tower's identity, even interacting with tourists who may be surprised by their boldness. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Spink & Sons hosted a series of 4 auctions featuring 5, 10, 20 and 50-pound notes, with Sarah John, the Bank of England's chief cashier and executive director of banking, initiating the bidding. These auctions raised an impressive £914,000, which was donated to 10 charities. The Bank of England's current charities of the year, the Childhood Trust, Trussell Trust and Shout, were among the beneficiaries, alongside 7 other previous charities of the year that had not yet benefited from similar auctions since 2016. Notably, the auctions set a record for the highest lot sold, with a 50-pound sheet fetching £26,000. A single £10 note also drew significant attention, selling for £17,000 due to its unique serial number, HB010002. Elizabeth Evans, a British Airways air hostess who served Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip during her 28-year career, revealed some of the late monarch's flying preferences, as memorabilia from her flights are said to be auctioned. According to notes left by Evans, Queen Elizabeth enjoyed a martini before meeting guests on royal flights and specifically requested sugar-free Velements during takeoff. She also preferred using her own pillows and liked to look at route maps during flights. Evans, who began her career in 1970, served many high-profile passengers, including the royal family, during their 1989 tour of Singapore and Malaysia. After her passing, memorabilia from her time serving the royals, including instruction cards and menus, were discovered in her study. These items, now inherited by Evans' niece, Jo Smallwood, were expected to fetch between £400 and £600 at auction. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.